nigga, bitch, hoe, and all these words are considered derogatory to some people. On the other hand, it's the norm in others' daily language. What's your take on the usage of these words, derogatory or not?
Hell no. Hell no. For me, I try not to curse. So I think that when you speak, and I guess it's a culture thing too. I'm Jamaican, so I mean, yeah, we don't talk about, I think that's more of a American culture thing. I mean, and that slang thing.
When they hear the words nigga, when I came here, I was like, what? Because when I was little, I wasn't watching these crazy shows. And if you do see a show, it's edited, so that part of the show you won't never hear. So it was a shock to me when they were calling each other this and that. You know what I'm saying?
And then when you do know the word and do know, why would you want to call the other person?
It's very
when you actually know the meaning of it, why would you want to call your friend that? What's the point? Even if it's a slang, it differentiates you, from being a leader than a follower. Why would you want to be following everybody else just because it's the norm?
I don't really have an elaborated opinion on it. I just think it's wrong. The word in itself, just the stigma behind it, I think we can speak to each other without using those words and still get our point across. I don't feel like I call you by your name, I don't really condone that. I don't even care it's like friendly, hey, what's up, man? I just think that we should just keep that out of the language because there's no which way, we would never agree on how okay it is to use those words. Like the word, like females refer to each other like, oh, that's my bitch. But if a guy gets up and say, bitch, you this and that, she's gonna be all hell break loose type thing. So, we don't have a understanding of when it is okay. There's no really gray area. It's like black or white. The guy used it, oh no, he didn't. The girl used, that's my bitch, yeah, girlfriend. So I feel like in general, the more we practice cutting it out of our language, the better it is for people. Then we can all agree that, hey, we don't even know the word exists. Let's just talk normal like people so we don't offend anybody around the corners,
That's hard to do now, especially when they were making songs with it.
That's
true.
I was in the South, but I was down in North Carolina, the song came on. And I looked, white boy driving the car. I was like, and they're saying it now too, because they're like, oh, why, if you can say it in a song, why can't you say it?
Exactly.
But
they're getting very brave with it.
Yeah, but also like as an individual, my friends specifically, like it starts with me. So I don't care really what's going on out there in the world because I know when my friends get around me, they know they can't say stuff like bitch and nigger because I don't accept it. So that little influence that I have on the circle of people that are around me, I'm gonna make sure it's effective.
Absolutely.
Because that's my standard. Anybody else outside of that, everybody have to do their part within their environment. I can't impact a whole generation of people, but I can impact the people that are around me every day because they're the ones who influence my emotion, the way I operate with stuff, even family. So the more I can keep that secure, then it's just like guys. I have guys friends of mine who wear their pants down here. But as soon as if I'm down the street there and they're walking towards, they're like, man, I gotta pull up this because Abba gonna give me some hard time about this damn pants. And automatically they're like, I can't walk around with Abba with my pants on in my butt because she doesn't accept that. And he does that every single time. But that doesn't mean we can't be friends. I just don't allow certain things around me. And he's okay with that because I respect him for what he does because of his whole environment. I don't get it. I try to talk him out of it. It doesn't work. But at the same time, he knows when you're around Abba, you don't wear your pants under your butt because I don't accept that as a female.
Likewise.
And clear cut, and we're still great friends.
Likewise, I have my friends do not curse around me. They have their rules, because I don't like it. I don't accept it. If you want to be cool with me, we could be cool. Just you want to respect me, respect me. But I think it's a community thing. If you're in, like, for example, the rap world, to be hard, they have to be saying bitch and all these derogatory terms, to be hard. So I think if they cut it out,
Gonna make them
It's
soft. Like, oh, thank you, sir, for giving me that drink. That's what's up, my nigga. That's what's up. You good. You home. We right here. Instead of just saying, thank you very much, I appreciate that. That's too soft. That's gay. That's another thing. Talking soft and be polite, especially with black men, have even other men specifically look at them as gay. I've seen that, or they're metrosexual because they are polite, they're respectful. You know, so guys sometimes have to feel like they gotta be like, you get a gift from a guy and you're like, oh, thank you, I really appreciate that. No, a lot of guys here is not gonna tell another guy like, oh yeah, I really appreciate that, because what? Negro, why are you talking to me like that, all fancy? And you know, you kind of sound. We gotta watch out for you. Some guys do that.
You know what's funny? Because what you just said, that like someone has to be hard. You know, I look at these guys. They stand on the corner in front of the corner all day. They go home to their mother's bed. Their mother
Thank you.
And they hard. What's hard is getting up and busting your ass and paying bills and supporting the family.
Get hard on some work.
yeah.
Get hard on some
That's
work.
hard.
Get hard.
I'm like, how tough you gonna be? You go home to your twin mattress, you go up there and your mother will wait for you. You know what's tough? Going up here navigating through this fight.
And you know you can't stay on the phone.
But you know what? It depends on the type of life that you want to live. So Will Smith, for example, I mean, he has his followers, right? But he never curses in his raps, right? And everybody enjoys his music.
I disagree.
You know, but it's
nice. They
not.
say he's nerdy. That's what they're saying. Like,
Yeah,
oh, he can't rap, but he has some good points.
He has followers.
Because it's clean.
It's clean. It's
clean
clean
rap,
music.
and they don't like it.
And he's not talking about bitch this, nigga that, you know. But again, he's a different following than those people, you know. Lil Wayne, you know. Yeah. Listen.
Okay. There's a few different things I wanted to know. I would say, I would agree that it is a community thing. Like, using those words is a norm for me. Maybe not so much bitch, but I grew up in Brooklyn in the projects, so everything was like, you know, tough, like tough.
No, I get your point because I've heard it so many times. But you know, again, it's if I tell you, if you're my man, and I say, do not refer to me as a bitch, you're not gonna refer to me as a bitch if you want to be my girl. That's what I'm saying. So it's acceptable because it's acceptable to the females and the males, the community thing. But it's, you know, to call a female a bitch and knowing, you know, the meaning of bitch, for that to even have started, you know, and then use it as a hard term, I mean, I don't understand, me personally, why it even got to that.
My question to you is, how would your friends feel if you say, just the comment you just made, saying, hey son, come through this party, it's a lot of females. How would that play off to your friends versus you saying the word bitch? Do you think it overemphasizes the idea that, oh, there's a lot of women or it's hard woman? Because sometimes I feel like that term, you know, it's used because it makes things so much more
Exciting.
like, yeah, it's gritty, and you know, whether you say, so your son comes through the party, there's a lot of females over here. It's like it doesn't do it justice, you know. So you gotta use
still
that,
go.
you know,
Yeah, it
that
does,
hardcore word.
It's just something we came up with. You know, just the term we grew up using, and it's so part of our everyday language now. And I don't necessarily use it, you know, like I said before, I don't use it as much. I have 2 daughters now, so I'm a lot more aware and conscious of what I do and how I carry myself. Another thing is, I think, like, using these words is like, it's acceptable, like calling each other bitch amongst women is more acceptable, because just like with the word nigga, it's more acceptable within the black community, because it's like, in my opinion, we took a lot of negativity from our past, and we endure it, you know, and take something negative, make it a positive. So it's not as hurtful. We could use it amongst ourselves, but as soon as a white person calls us that, we ready to flip out. Just like you said before, when I think you said it, when women call each other bitch, well, that's my bitch, or, you know, whatever. But when a guy says it, we ready to flip out. It's just put that defense up, that wall up. So it's not as hurtful amongst each other. You know what I mean?
Why did it even start in the first place? I think
For which word?
either of them. I think back when it did start, you know, I overheard, I guess, Tupac, or, you know, there was a lot of commotion about when the word bitch started being used, in songs and stuff. And women did make an uproar about it, because I, you know, kind of remember. And I think it was just the fact that people just like to rebel. Like, people just like to do the wrong thing. And that's how it became like this epidemic of, you know, women start talking to each other, referring to each other as bitches, and men started talking, you know, referring to each other as niggas. I think it started as a rebellion thing. You know?
In general, I do agree with what you said about, especially black people our history has presented, you know, all these negative things to us, where we try to turn it into something positive by just keeping it among ourselves. So it's like our thing, not their thing. So you coming in here, you're stepping into our thing that we created. Yeah, we knew it was negative, but in order for us to survive and get by, we pretty much turned it into something that was more, you know, common and friendly to us, but it's only to us. You need to get that and not try to mix the two together. So
I think Oprah and Rosa Parks and, you know, I don't think they are going to agree with any of this. These people who have fought for us, you know, not to use that, no, they are not going to agree with that at all.
Another thing is like, especially as far as music, in the community, is like, it still goes back to how you carry yourself too. You could be out here looking slutty. Off the back, somebody can call you a bitch. You know, and people might be a little hesitant if you present yourself as a woman. It's woman, it's a lady, young lady, and it's bitches. You know, and if you're gonna act like a bitch and be slutty, have a nasty attitude and stuff, people will be quick to call you a bitch. So that's another thing too.
Yeah, yes, but at the same time, it's being used way too loosely. You know, to be calling a woman a bitch. You know, even in an argument. You know, I try to present myself always the same way, whether I'm, you know, my temperament is, you know, of anger, or, you know, I'm chilling. I'm the same person. You know, and I think it's just an excuse why people do what they do. Self-awareness, you know, that's it.
It's the same thing I was going to say. Sometimes people act a certain way, so they automatically say another person is a label. But I don't think it's right for another person to just label a female just because she acts a certain way, they can call her a bitch. Or if she sleeps with a bunch of guys, they're like, oh, she's a slut. I mean, come on. If a guy can do it, if a guy does it, why can't the female?
society says it's not ladylike.
50-50, it should be even. They preach it's even, or just, you know, even, or they're equal, but at the same time, it's not. It's a different thing. So why have a double standard?
I don't live by it. I try to always just do me. So I can only account for me.
Absolutely.
So, you're okay to label because they act the same. It's like saying they would think me have on a hoodie walking down the street, oh, he's a thug because he got a hoodie on walking down the street. A white person's like, oh, he's a thug. So if a chick wears, I mean, if she wears a short skirt, I mean, if that's what she's like, yeah, but why all her stuff? That's not feel comfortable with your skin doing that. But I don't think it's just up to label somebody.
It's freedom of speech. That's all it is. That's this country.
But then the freedom of speech, yes, but just don't go out and talk. You know, so just because she have some skin control, hey man, she put it on
sparks your interest. His and mine too.
I always say not letting my door just walk out
Right.
like that.
You know,
Because people have a certain perception of it.
right. But at the same
Change the
time, at some
representation of
point,
you.
Right.
Exactly. Speaking to you, because you mentioned your kids. Prior to having your two daughters, you know, you treated women differently. But
Yes.
because you had your kids now, your two female kids,
Yes.
you know,
You're
now
more
you're
aware.
exactly, you're more aware and you're treating women a little differently.
No, a lot different. A lot different. My two daughters changed me a lot. I calmed down a lot. I was always into stuff. As far as women are concerned, I mean, I had like a general overlook of how women were. But after these little ladies came into my life, it was like, I can't be like that. I would hate it for somebody to treat them a certain way. And I changed a lot about myself. It's like, you know, I actually, before when I was younger, I didn't have as much respect for women as I do now. And I think a big part of that is because my birth mother didn't raise me. And the lady who did raise me, she wasn't too great. So I think that had a lot to do with how I treated women.
Root of the problem.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that, but you know.